If you clicked on this video, perhaps you're going through a really hard time. Millions, and dare I say, billions of people in this world are going through really difficult times. The world has never been easy, but it's never been as insane and senseless and pointless as it is right now. Personally, I've gone through what amounts to the very worst year anybody could possibly have. Well, I shouldn't say that because that would be tempting fate to make things worse. But as you get old, you start to reflect on your life and think, oh, those things that I was so proud of, those things that I was happy about, they remain nothing but perhaps a small memory to make you smile once in a while. The material goods that you collect become increasingly worthless the closer one gets to the end of life. I suppose that's a journey we all have to take. And it's not easy. It's never been easy. But it's become so difficult right now. I could go on a litany about things that are wrong. And a lot of it has to do with evil people doing evil things. All of it has to do with evil people doing evil things. We live in this dystopia. Humans should have been capable of creating so much more. And how is it that the smaller portion, the dark side, the truly evil people, have disproportionate power in this world? Now, this might be my very last video for YouTube. It's been a long journey for me. Probably 15 or 16 years since I started, but I know it's been 14 years since I started this particular channel. But I've come to the point where I'm seeing what's happened to the platform, and something hit me when I watched the numbers on my last video, and I had no views, very few views, 68. And I thought, I went back and looked at all my videos, hundreds of them, and I never found one that was as low as this last one. Now, I don't know why, but I just assume that the tubular universe is coming to an end after bashing my head against the wall for so many years. There's no real point in continuing. I also have been dealing with a lot of trauma in my life, and in order to deal with all that stuff, I think I'm going to have to just regretfully leave, because you try for years and years to get somewhere and nothing happens, and it gets worse, even though your skills perhaps have improved considerably. But you can't help but feel that you've been shadow banned, particularly with somebody that's been on as long as I have. And I watch some crappy little channel that somebody puts up that's pointless, and it soars past the performance that I've ever had on YouTube. And I guess the point is that it's just like a final insult at the end of my journey. It's hard to give it up and finally realize and just say, I can't do this anymore, because what's the point? I never wanted to make money off of the channel. I think I just wanted to have an outlet for creativity and community. But when I see what's happening now to YouTube, it's kind of pathetic. I can't turn on YouTube without seeing 10 pictures immediately of orange Caligula, and you get heartsick over this stuff. it's so far from years ago. Of course, you can't live in the past, right? I don't live in the past. And the past can be a really heavy load to carry, unless you decide to put it down so that you can reinvent the self, which is what I'm planning to do. I need some quiet time for reflection, and that might change if all of a sudden I got a one video, just one video that hit a few thousand views after all these years. I would be delighted to keep going. But you realize nobody really cares. So, I mean, it's been a long and difficult journey. And I'm glad it's coming to an end, because now I can focus on other things, personal things. I can focus on moving into the retirement home. No, I'm just kidding there. You have to drag me out. I'll be whacking them with my cane on my all the way there. I've tried to. I guess I've been through several different incarnations, and the channel has been. The channel has been very political at times, humorous at other times. I never really fit into a niche, because I've always been nicheless. I'm just me. I don't follow trends, and I don't look up what's trending and who's popular in the entertainment world. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. It's all gonna pass like a vapor. It's you look away and it's gone. And the things that you value, there is nothing that you can take with you when you're gone. And so when people think that they're on top of the world and they have billions of dollars and they're in control and they're gonna transfer their brain into a computer and live forever, I just smile. Anyway, life goes on with or without the Veg channel. I still will miss the creativity of it, and YouTube's gotten so complicated lately that I can't even get into my own channel on my laptop, which is upstairs, and I have to come down here, start up my desktop, and do it to go in and watch a couple of videos. And I'm thinking, I don't know. I was born in 1957, the year of Sputnik and space travel. All these incredible things happening. Of course, I didn't realize it at the time because I was just a baby. I was born in the backseat of a 1954 Austin. You can imagine that, on the way to the hospital. And as my mother said, I gave her trouble from the moment I was born, and I lived up to it. Yes. And, I've been through so many phases of my life, phases where I couldn't decide what to do with my life. So I would veer off into this and I would veer off into that, and throw myself into things, just completely throw myself into things. But I think in some ways I always tend to sabotage myself, and I don't know if that's some deep psychological inferiority complex with me, but I'm not, I don't have the ego to continue doing YouTube, really, unless things, change drastically and people want to see the Veg channel again. I don't know. The times I've been most hurt in my life have been times of great learning for me. When I look back on my life and see some of the things that make me cringe, has ultimately made me a better and more moral human being, more compassionate, more empathetic, and that's growth to me. That means that I'm doing okay as a human. And perhaps there is some purpose, right? There is some greater plan that we don't see. I sure hope so, because this place is getting rather horrible, isn't it? We're not going to live. Humans are not going to live the way that I have lived in the future. In a lot of ways, every generation has contributed to it. Well, don't give me that generational crap. I've heard it all. It doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. Ageism, sexism, racism, it's all the same thing, right? It's all just intolerance and nonsense. So if you'll forgive this rather rambling from the heart video, I'm just going to wait and see if this gets any views, and if it does, maybe I'll be back. I don't know. Yeah, I probably will, because there's this spark of like ego in all of us. It goes, oh well, maybe after 15 years it's gonna work. Yeah, maybe after all these years I'm gonna hit a few thousand. No, probably not. So in that case, I'd like you to leave your comments, and I'd like to thank you for being part of the Vegematic family. Family! I'm losing my family! But, I'm still around. I'm still here. Still surviving on the scene. Don't know how, don't know why. But I guess I'm around to see whatever ends this shit show. Yeah, you might want to check out another video of mine. Do me a favor and have pity on an old man and do some things with it. Peace, love, understanding. Be well, my friends.